Hi my friends, I'm gonna show you how things are looking before I organize the van and what I'm battling, and then later on when I get it done, it might be today or tomorrow, I'll do a finale of things. But again, there is going to be you know, stuff or still in it, around it. I don't have a lot of cupboard space in here to put things, but hopefully it'll look a lot more tidy with things having at least a home or a place to be. That's what my goal is, and less stuff and a little more, in its spot. Okay, so this is going to be what it's going to look like. Uh, before the attempt, and then later on, probably it'll be tomorrow that I'll do the finale of afterwards, because I'm sure I'll be working on this into evening time and darkness. Okay. All right, so at least I'll get it started with the before and after. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so here's some of the dilemma, and again, it's a very tight space. And so I started to, some things are just kind of thrown a little different places right now until I figure out how I'm going to store things or put things. And of course the bins are pretty full. This is pretty full, and not sure what I could do differently with that one. But this one here has some food and stuff in there. But there is some cubby holes that are back in the back, and it goes like, oh, probably a good foot and a half or so down deep inside there. There's a little cubby hole. So I do have bags back in there that have all my extra things and toilet paper and, things that just to have on hand, razor blades. I'm going to be putting my extra toilet paper back in there, things like that. So, but yeah, so I did manage to put a lighter crate in there rather than that solid bucket that I had. And then I have this bag, a Ziploc bag, rather than the hard crate or container that I had with my clothes. And I've separated the clothes, but I'll get to that a little bit later. But this is my dilemma. And then I still have to put the toilet paper in its place where it needs to go. And then I need to rearrange what's going on underneath here, because I had to pick up some of the dog food for my dogs. And so I need to get that somewhere, because I have a bag for their dog food or canned food. But there's a particular dog food that Milo has to have that I can only get at PetSmart. So unfortunately, I had to buy like 20 cans of that small dog food for him, a small can. And so unfortunately, I have to carry that because I cannot get that anywhere else. And along the coast, there is no PetSmart along the whole coast or even into California. So this is almost pretty much done. And then I just pulled some extra stuff that I've put in the front and on the other side there of the passenger seat, just to put some things there so I can pull some things out to try to get it organized. And right now I'm going to work on downsizing some of the clothes for the dog, so maybe I can put the overflow of the canned food that I had to bring because of not having a PetSmart, and it's the only food that Milo will eat or keep him eating, so I had no choice. As far as there's another brand I use that I can get at a Petco, and there is a Petco in Crescent City, I'm from what I can tell, but this needs to be organized, dealt with in this little front thing here, and then hopefully the overhead needs to be redone a little bit too up in here. So there's some things up in there I don't need. Basically from this part over, I need to get reorganized. So we'll see how far I can get tonight. I'm going to work as hard as I can, and also just pick my battles and what I can possibly finish once I'm down at the coast. Okay, but I did pick up an extra small bed for Milo because he's wanting to sleep down. Sometimes he gets right down in there where the batteries are down below this part right here. So I got a little bed so he can, I can put that in that little cubby hole at night, and hopefully he'll go there where it's softer, more cuddly than trying to go down in there. And then I got a different bed for Buster, and so this one's going to go in the storage unit. All right, so I'm going to work on this. Not too bad. I mean, hopefully it won't take too long now from this point on. I did change my hats over into that instead of hanging on the rod because there was just too much weight. And the only thing I've left really so far is my shoes, but I'll go over all that when I show the finale. All right, so this is kind of what it's, you know, before being organized. This is the new bed that I got for Buster because he did like his little lounger with the curl. He likes to curl up and he puts his head and body up. I think it's easier for his spine to have a his back to have that kind of rounded part. And so since I can't take his other big lounger bed that they both used to sleep on, this is actually a lot smaller than what I used to what I have up in the storage. It's easier to fit in here, and I think that will get him by until later on, until he passes away. And it fits in here a little bit easier. My big lounger that I have for him is way too big in here. So at night I can put it down here and you know, down here in this area, and they can cuddle in there besides having the crate. But I just think that that's better for him for night sleeping. All right, so I'll get this going and then we'll go from there and show you how things look later on. Hi my friends, I decided to separate the before and after, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this one so those that might not want to see what it looked like before, they have that option to obviously not go to this video, but then I know more people probably want to see maybe the after. So I'm going to do them in two parts, okay, part 1 and part 2. All right, so I'm going to upload this one for the before and then we'll have the after, and I'm happy with it for now. I mean, it'll probably change when I come back from the coast, but it works right now and at least getting me on my journey and being able to find things, the after. All right, so those that find this one first, make sure to tune into the other one. Have a great day, and I love you guys. Bye-bye.